Marie Tibert, in fact, I'm going to give you your reading right now, young lady. And it's this. I get the perspective card for you. This is a major arcana card, and it's a very interesting card indeed, and I want you to look at it very, very carefully. Marie Tibert. And this card is telling you that you need to step back and you need to take another look at the situation that you are in right now. You need to become the observer in your life, young lady. This is what this card is telling you. You have to take another look, but from a different viewpoint. Okay, this thing is telling me that my thingy is a little too. I'm seeing the green of apples, green apples. I don't know what that means to you, Marie, but I'm just letting you know. And you notice what I just said about seeing a delay? That is an antenna. Instead of speaking, okay, let me put it like this. Let me use myself as an example. You see, when it happened that pissed me off, according to what it is, when I want to say get very angry, but when I fly into a rage, you see where I'm living, these people trigger me from time to time. Not often, but once in a while. You know, with ass bullshit, because I really honestly think that I'm dealing with children. So what do? I control, particularly according to what it is, I control my anger. I don't speak because I know how powerful I am and I know how weak they are. And if I had to speak, I really do know the power of words, and I know the power of my words. And because I know how powerful I am, I really can obliterate someone with just a few words. And they will never return. They will never recover, I should say. But not only that, I have other abilities as well. But you see, I refuse to play that game, and I will not go down the same road, because I know what's coming to them, and I do not need to reap any of that bad karma, as they call it. But really, karma is just energy, because what you put out, that's negative, it always comes back to you tenfold or 100-fold. And when you keep accumulating this shit, and why am I telling you this, Marie Tibert? For the simple reason that, young lady, is the case with you. You keep holding back what you want to say because it's a habit, it's a pattern. We all uneducated, and I'm not talking about school, as in not knowing any better. And consequently, the people who brought us up and didn't know any better and be able to identify, yeah, where am I with this? Hold on a minute. And be able to identify why we don't do something that is in our best interest, instead of just sitting back and biting our lips or tongue. You have to get to that stage. Maritiber. You have to become aware of what you are thinking when you are not thinking. How does that go? When you recognize, start testing yourself, even use the alarm or time on your phone every hour or every 2 hours. Set it for that. If you can put a little note, if it's an iPhone or something, what am I thinking? Or when it alarms, say, what am I thinking? And if you forget, your other alarm is when you're feeling lousy, when you're feeling low, when you're feeling unhappy, when you are feeling angry, all of those negative feelings. Then you go back, you follow the breadcrumbs or the thread, and you ask yourself, what was I thinking? What was I just thinking that caused me to feel like this? That's all you have to do. And when that becomes a pattern, you will be able a different look at yourself and at your situation. Let your tongue hang out is the first thing. You have to speak it even if your knees are shaking and knocking and your guts are tied in knots. You must speak your truth. This is not something that you're accustomed doing. In addition to which, you have to take a step back. Where's my hand? You have to take a step back and become the observer of yourself. Only then will you truly be able to identify what the fuck is up with you. Nothing that you are experiencing has anything to do with the other person. It is critically important, young lady, trying. I tend to say typically that trying is worth shit, or trying is like having a handful of shit. Actually, it's even worse than that, because that is at least substantial. Trying is like having a handful of air. You can't feel it. You can't hold it. When you close, it's not even like a thought form. But the thing is, you see, to end it, thought forms are different. Thought forms are can literally be felt. So here's an example of what is infesting your energy body. It's thought forms about what people did to you, about the things that you keep thinking over and over and over, about the painful things in your life, your wishes, your regrets, and so on. So here's something to do for you to understand what I'm talking about. Press the center of both palms. Hold your palms in front of you. You look at one hand and you say apple, apple, apple. And then you close your eyes and you imagine seeing your favorite apple and taking a bite out of it. Picture the taste and everything, and then feel your two palms again. you will notice that one hand is heavier than the other. Then you close your eyes. Let me bring my hand in. You will feel something like a slight resistance, like a cloud. It's very, very soft, so you have to be very, very gentle. Then, to verify that there really is something there, you use the same hand and you bring it down to your wrist. You will notice that it goes right down to your wrist. There's nothing there. And that is just to explain to you what thought forms are and how much they are full of shit and infesting your energy body, which is really your aura, as people call it, and why you have rid of it. End of story. All right, Marie Tiber, that is it for you, my dear. So let me get on with the reading for the vibe of the week. What else does the card say? Rest in the fullness of life. Take a pause. Hang loose. Take a unique way of seeing. Use your intuition to look at other possibilities. Your unproductive thoughts and half measures and hanging threads need to go. That is why I took the time to explain all of this to you, Marie Tiber, so that you can see yourself and particularly your situation with fresh eyes and in a new light. Okay, honey bunny? All right. Again, because of the pear green color. 4 is all about foundation. It means you need to ground yourself in Mother Earth. You need to stabilize yourself. Feel the satisfaction with feeling in control. Most important. Pay attention to not spending too much time in the material world, and don't hold on to things that hinder you, that limit your free spirit. Okay? If anything that's bugging you, get rid of it. I'm not kidding. Be open to change. Color and light expand your aura. You need to, while I'm speaking to you all, I'm watching Expendables for I don't know the umpteenth time on mute. I'm kidding. I just happened to look up. So this is it. You need to ground yourself into Mother Earth. You need to be in the flow. And why do I say in the flow? Because I am seeing a Chinese fan on the card. You need to let go with the flow. Change is on the horizon. Now, I know I always say that change is number 5, and this is true. However, this is different. So pay attention, because like I have explained on previous occasions, what I see, feel, and read in the cards isn't always what the creator wrote. In addition to transmit the information that comes to me. All right, so this is a beautiful card. Ground, go with the flow, let go of what you are holding on to that is not bringing you peace. Basically, fuck it. That's it. That's it. All right. Next. Next is the earth horse. The earth horse is a powerful animal full of determination. And this is about one who is literally a workhorse, nose to the grindstone. Actually, I'm a good example. I don't have, I mean, I don't allow myself to have fun. Um, Unless it's a few minutes, I don't know, hooking up with my sister friends online for a little bit. There are no flowers. The people in this country don't favor those things unless they are going to a park. And that's my joy. My joy is doing photos and so on. That's one of. So, why am I coming up with all that? You need to grab Mother Nature. The horse is a powerful animal. It's a powerful steed that will carry you where you need to go. You see, when you're working in the vineyards, blazing hot, sun burning down on you, that's normal and natural. Take a break. It's important. And when that happens, what you do is you go help somebody else. This is a card to ground. Notice the big red triangle here. This is also a card that's telling you ground yourself into nature to feel stable. One way is, of course, you rub your bare feet on the floor. You go out and walk in nature. You hug a tree. You go sit on the beach or lie on the beach if you're close to the beach. You go into the sea to be cleansed, all that sort of stuff. Find a way to ground. That is what I am saying. What does the book say? Methodical and trustworthy routine. Take responsibility for that. Okay, beautiful souls? So that is the earth horse. Powerful animal. I love this big orange sun. That orange. The earth shaman is a disciplined, wise, powerful, and secure provider. Shaman is a leader. The earth shaman is one who creates skillful abundance. The earth shaman is powerful. The earth shaman is in pure connection with its power animal. And I tried describing the power animal to someone this morning, and it is simply, we all must have that feeling where everyone has a power animal. I mean, I have a lot, but my very first one was a sparkling white horse. When I went to you know, those things in TP, and my very first shamanic experience. His name is Samuel. All right. A horse is big medicine. I forgot to say that from that previous card. Talking about the power animal, I'm seeing a leopard on here, and I realized, in fact, because the first animal I saw this morning, see the drawing, The first animal I saw have a lot of patience, and they are, I believe, the most silent hunters. And how do they catch and kill their prey? They bite them in the neck or at the top of the spine, and they stifle them. From other predators. Your inner animal, you would tend to feel it when you are feeling very powerful emotion like rage, anger, etc. Now, the thing is, I have more than one, but I have one that literally, when I feel very, very angry, it's quite impressive. Quite impressive. I don't let it loose often. I let others loose, because that one is uncontrolled rage, and I can't afford to let it loose too often. But when it appears, or when I find myself calling it in meditation, so be it. You know, whoever gets it, gets it. There will be no coming back from it. There is another way that you would also feel your power animal when you are very, very happy and feeling uninhibited, like a little child, joyful, running in the field, playing with just playing outside. This, your inner animal, your inner beast, will also be very, very close to the surface. What is all that about? It's really your instinct. It's a protective feature that a protective aspect of everyone's character and identity. We all have them. Don't doubt that for a minute. All right, yeah, I spent a rather long time on that. It's a redwood tree. You talk about power, you talk about age, beautiful, powerful. Again, the message is ground, ground, ground yourself. That is absolutely critical. Bree, hello. Bree, I'm almost at the end of the reading, so I'll give you a reading when I'm finished, okay? So, ground again. There's a powerful message here about grounding yourself, ladies and gentlemen. There are many ways to do it. I've already described two? No, I've described more than that. The point is, with this particular card, the earth shall and when I say journeying, I mean going into the spirit world, going on a journey quest in meditation, something. Make the time to go seek what you need. Connect. You will find the guidance that you need from your spirit animal or your power animal, whatever it is, and you will get the guidance that you need and your insight. It's time, because many of you are, I don't know for what reason, again, it's probably habit, avoiding using your intuition in order to know how to live as not just a responsible human being, but as a human being who is spirit wearing a cloak. Your intuition will always guide you on the steps you need to take going forward towards a goal or towards anything else that you want in life, or how to guidance on how to deal with a particular situation. Intuition, of course, because it's your soul voice, is not something that's loud. It's not something that's angry. It's not something that's mean. Your intuition is your soul's voice, and it will always show you next steps to move forward gracefully in ease and flow in your life. The next card is talking about ease and flow. I get the wind goddess. The wind goddess. Notice, okay, first of all, let me say this. This is this denotes boundaries. That red line is basically saying step the fuck off, don't even come close. No, that's it. That's it. All right? So once you establish your boundaries, anyone who crosses it must receive their due in whatever way you want to inflict it. Now, when it's held up like this, this is the tiller. Your hand must be the tiller on your boat. Your boat, you must learn to float your boat, and your boat is your vehicle in life. The waters are very deep, beautiful blue, lots of beautiful, wonderful sunshine, sunlight sparkling in the depths. You have a seagull, your guide on the high seas. And why am I speaking about that? Because this is the wind goddess, and the wind goddess is telling you, wind, you know, remember I said the wind is all about thoughts? All right. Now, the wind goddess is an organized and perceptive thinker, transparent just like the water, clear and direct in your opinion and decisions. So when the shit hits the fan, you gotta be open and honest, and you gotta remain fair. And I mean, you gotta take responsibility for your part in any situation that flares up or whatever. But you are the goddess on your ship, whether you are male or female. Okay? That's just the name of the card. So this wind must be at your back, pushing you forward on your journey, on your life's path to self-discovery. That's why you're here. You're not here for any other reason. And the only thing that is holding you back, beautiful souls, are your habitual thoughts. That is the paradigm. The paradigm is a set of programs that control what we do. And we human beings are creatures of habit. And that is where we always get stuck until we accept that, okay, why did I do that? This is where self-questioning is. Does do shit. All right? So it is up to you. If you want to step forward in life, You want to take the next step to grow. You got to become aware of your thoughts. So the wind goddess is saying, take control of your life. You are in charge. You gotta be logical, clear, and impartial. That's the only way to move forward, because then you are able to see things clearly. Because you are not thinking, you are reacting. Emotion has no place in judgment, in decision making at all. Never. It's absolutely essential for you all to remember and keep in mind. Okay. And it's the wind goddess shows us how to draw a red line between what we feel and what we know at the time. Most important. Okay? Don't mix the two. Awareness is critical when goddess is showing you the way to go, the way to move. All right, so the grounding was, I'm coming to the last card. Grounding was really significant in this reading this week. Your thinking habits. Your thinking habits. And I'm even going to include, because there is no such thing as coincidence, I'm even going to include the perspective card that I drew for what you are thinking. You got to take a step back and look at yourself in an impartial way. You're not looking at your body. You're not looking at your body shape. You're not looking at your jiggly legs or the cellulite on your ass. You're not looking at your fat. You towards. All right? So, last card in the deck. It's a beautiful, beautiful way to end the reading. And the last card is number 19, the Sun card. Let's see if I can get it without the light shining on it. This is such a glorious, joyful card. And this card is about joy. It's all about happiness. It's awakening. It's play. It's life and positive energy. It's going out there. See your path clearly during this enlightened time, because this Sun card brings a lot of light and a lot of enlightenment. Not only that, it's number 19. I know I don't always read the in this particular case, Bree, I'm going to be with you in another minute. In this particular case, number 19 is a number for endings. Yeah. So, lots of change in the offing. Endings and new beginnings as you find your way to what you have been seeking. I'm not even getting the beautiful, I'm inside, so I'm not even getting the beautiful glow. Um, I'll say 40 seconds, 40, 30, 40 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay, Bree Evans. Bree Evans. So, Bree, just in case you don't know, my dear, I am only doing readings once a week now. If I have time,